When President Nixon started the war on drugs with his 100 million investment, and then Nancy Reagan came out with Just Say No, this drug war was destined for failure from the start. Now, I'm a first year law student, and I'm studying about crime and the incentive for crime and all that. And they're studying that the way you craft a crime legislation is that you have to look at its impact. Whether people, a majority of people are going to be doing it like marijuana, and they're going to lose respect for the law as you try to enforce it. The cost of legalizing the fight, plus you're going to have violating the Constitution because the cop feels that he needs to violate your rights to go in your pocket to find a drug and the whole 9 yards. And all this is basically just the sophistry of the whole position. I think that drug people, you can't be evil and trying to do good. See, and the brute force that is being used, I'm not sure if it's going to get anywhere. Now, they're saying in Colombia that if the government were to help them to fix roads and support them in other ways, that they will not plant marijuana and maybe cocaine. And I don't believe that, because it's an evil activity. And even if you're evil, when you're evil, even if you have money for roads and all that they're talking about, they're still going to be doing it even for themselves. And they're going to still be doing this as a marginal income. So while they're going to be taking care of the expenses with the legitimate thing, this drugs on the side, the thrill, the raid with the cops, the shooting, the killing, the whole evil intent and situation. Basically, so many now in California here and other parts of the country, people are talking about legalizing the drugs, and so that they're going to make money and to fill the budget deficits, etc. You know what? I believe that I've never used marijuana or any drug, alcohol, cigarettes, and it's not because I'm handsome or I'm special, whatever, but God has helped me. I have more problems than some of these people that do stuff, but God is helping me. And so instead of throwing religion out of the lives of folks, and instead of saying no, because if you have a kid and you say don't do that, that's exactly what they're going to do. What you need to show the child is what to do, and probably move the child away from there where it dangers, and put the child over here. So and then you tell the child no sex, but they're watching all the porn, they matured fast, and then you have to find another way, maybe keep them busy. When it's ovulating time, keep them busy, bathe, think wonderful thoughts, God and so forth can help you, and the beauties of if you're faithful and you get married and you marry the right guy, and you didn't get wasted down with all this sex and all that, and so you go to university, you get your good education, and you find somebody on a higher level, and then you move up. But let me come back to the drugs. The solution would have lied in if folks understand, and this is religion, that their body doesn't belong to them. So you can't pierce it up, you can't tattoo it up, it's not yours. You're just a stored. God has given you this body to make it better and to serve others with it, and to give Him the praise. So that I understand, and I've seen, and they're saying in Colombia that there's a special type of marijuana that's more powerful. Even for medicinal purposes, it's bad because you're going to die anyway, and there are painkillers on the market, but you're going to end up with mental problems. In school, as a teacher, you see students can't even grasp the material. They're not even interested. They lose that will because the drug is interfering with the vital processes in the mind. And so something that is separating your brain from reality so that you don't feel pain, you don't play with that. And so if folks understand that their body doesn't belong to them, and even though other people are doing it, to overcome the temptation is to ask God to help you, because this is the only way. I mean, when you get involved with Satanism, these demons are going to force you to do whatever they want to do, and to destroy your mind and your body. God, on the other hand, wants you to have a clearer mind, because there's where He's going to communicate to you His love and His guidance. So that's the only solution to this war. So that while the majority of people are now feeling that marijuana is okay, and coming up with all kind of sophistry and all kind of dumb reasoning, the person who truly is led by God and believes in God will not fall for that, because even though it sounds good, the bottom line is that it's going to hurt the body. The body doesn't belong to me, it's God's, and I'm just stored. So I think that the war on terrorism, if they had gone about it in a cultural way, showing students and young people that this is not what God wants for you. One. Secondly, if your mind is clear down in your older age, you would be able to still function and be able to appreciate your wife, your family, your kids, your grandkids, as opposed to like something with Alzheimer's. Not that Alzheimer's comes on because people use drugs, but I'm just saying that you get your mind into a position where you can't function. Your health, when you're old and you need it the most, it's dissipated in your youth. Your sexual thing, your genes that you have handed over to your kids are depreciated, so that they come out. And if the wife is smoking while the kids are in her in vitro, and if she's pregnant, they're gonna come so crazy and so drug addicted that you're gonna have a monster. And this kid now is gonna come and spend up all your house and your pension and your energy, and got you running straight up to the jail, back and forth to the cops shooting up your house and all that. So the only way that we can be able to overcome this inroad of this terrorism of narco terrorism and so on is to ask God to come in and help folks. Now I don't think it's too late. That's the way we need to go. Now whether we can be able to get religion back in the lives of folks, that can be my job. But basically that's the only hope. The war on terrorism is just a waste of time, because the people that are fighting it might be evil, the people that are using it are evil. It's just an explosion in the evil domain, in the evil kingdom. So we need to get folks out of the evil and into the good, and then there goes the problem.